Hello, welcome back. We are watching more Haikyuu, and well, the matches are raring up, aren't they? You've got certain members of the team being discouraged, put off by their own thoughtful words of their comrades. If you've got people who just go straight on with the logical, not really thinking about emotions or how to word things properly, well, at least he gets the job done. And he's fairly consistent with it. But still, with our own Kusano not really going to be falling down by the wayside, even if they have to let a set go. Just means that the next thing is going to be. It just means that the next set is going to be all the more worthwhile because it is all on the line here. So, who's really going to pull things out? We'll have to see. With the skills that we've seen on display so far, with certain characters being a little more, and I do love that jump, but a little more active than others and taking the limelight. How's Suki gonna feel about having his role taken? I think I mentioned it in the last one. He's just gonna have to step up his game a little more, make sure nothing gets past him. I mean, that's his role, is it not? But what about the other characters? Are we going to have the captain or Suga have a moment of despair? I think throughout all of this, we do have so many moments with other characters that bleed into each other. The fact that you've had them stand by the sidelines watching this map and actually being slightly enthralled with it and their abilities, what they're able to do. They've made an impression, haven't they? Hero. They could apply to pretty much anyone there, but which one in particular? He can't just sit still and watch, can he? There's I suppose anyone can try to get in there, but as long as he can do his best and be that first line of defense there, but not with that attitude, they can stop anything. All he has to do is cut off the angles which he can that he can attack, relying on the team is outdated. He's he's grown a little, hasn't he? Hmm. The fact they're actually being able to tell from the sidelines, we've got so many characters that can read the court and actions. Not sure I'd be able to see any of this if it was being played live. As long as you don't start getting in your own head there, being able to get bogged down by the impossible. Force him to do certain attacks. Exactly how I would have expected you to. His little attempt to get under his skin and whatnot kind of backfired there, but at least he got the information that he was doing it on purpose. It's his turn. It's time to do something impressive. Just don't squander it. If he can make a somewhat space for himself, Kurosano cheerleaders are on their game again. Shut himself off. He's in kind of the exact zone he needs to be. Well, it's over. It's over the net, so that's one good start. Well, just like that, it's over. A fairly decent serve, but I think in time he can try and do something impressive. And how is he going to be received by the others, though, now that he's had his moment? I mean, if it wasn't the opponent there who could have someone behind it, could have had his moment. But if ifs and buts were, I don't know, coconuts or something, I can't remember how the saying goes. Don't really care. He's going to be eating away at him still, even though his serve itself was decent. Is this in the zone Kageyama that we had before, or... I mean, a point's a point. He's not going to be happy about it, but a point's a point. Oh. Gone to the point where we're actually calling a timeout now. Who? Okay. But what's this? Well, history pep talk about what it... Birds? Tricycles. And that's why he's covering so much now with his rolling thunder and the like. But he's leveled up so much. Kind of taken from Kenma. Okay, yeah, that's Nishinoi's granddad. I mean, it's... He's had so much going on in his mind there. The fact that he noticed he took a moment to react, almost falling back into past roles if he was this terrified little boy that he was talking about. A waste of time being scared. Well, after that little trip down memory lane, that's not done yet. You were right to dislike it. I mean, trying to calm down an angry dog. I wonder how many trips to the hospital he had growing up under that granddad. What can you do in your life? I see. The fact he's got everyone else that he can rely on there. We've had that speech so many times. You got your teammates behind you. But can he take that fear and put it into action? But there's a time when you realize there are those out there who are better. See what his limits actually are. And there you go. Even if it doesn't quite work, even off the court, he was a hero of that moment, considering the Guardian got to actually move. If they managed to stop his serves, and they're ahead. And they're ahead now. Well, being recognized for his contribution there. Just like how, in defense, you've got the team behind you who can help out. The game's not just about you. Who was that? I wonder if he knows someone's talking about him. I I think his way of thinking is slightly odd there. Just a change of name is all you need. Before they got so famous, he's had to listen to his bullshit for far too long now. Only the best players. I mean, And how are they actually going to show off right at the beginning of the volleyball journey? So that's how the positions were decided. And the fact they had each other to bounce off of to not let up at any point. This is exactly how I imagined that happening. So competitive that, screw everyone else. It's just the one person you need to beat. And the fact that this little story was, told from Aran's point of view here. Thanks to that, they were a powerhouse. Got any got any constructive criticism for him? Or is it just why can't they keep up? I see they need to get a little better with how they talk to the teammates and like him having the same kind of issue that Kageyama had, having the team not really behind his back. And does he still skate? There you go. That's the kind of pick-me-up words you need. A drop kick from the back. That's got to record this for future viewing. Can't remember the time. I can remember a time where I've drop kicked my brother and vice versa. Launching into each other once things reach a boiling point. Yep, that's apart from I didn't really give a shit about football games, but yep, that's pretty much how it went. I mean, they would push each other to oblivion if it meant not having to lose out. At least it's amusing to watch from the sidelines. But he's not going to show it. But the fact that he's kind of seen the effort he's put in, he's actually going to be refreshingly supportive about it. Someone who will make the headlines and spotlight. It's an interesting way of putting it there. Oh, Yamaguchi's on. And are they able to capitalize on this? That low set and that pose. Damn. I guess when you actually manage to pull off something dumb like that. He just went through. He's not going to get off. He's not going to let a low class set go off just because it's in a poor position to start off. He can have better precision. He's a setter through and through, isn't he? Wouldn't be happy with anything less. The ideal setter. Kenma's got a bit of a way to go to be able to match up to that. I'm not sure he'd even want to attempt it, but I mean, they get to play. I wonder who's got the biggest love of the game. We saw that Atomu's just a smidge more than Samu, but compared to Kageyama or Hinata, and what is it that spurs them all on? Is it the competitive spirit to one up each other, to your own personal drive to be better, or just wanting to be on the court that pushes them all forward? It's something you've had to kind of deal with throughout all of Haikyuu, but it really goes back and forth as to who we are, or who I am at least, feeling of supporting. Sure, we've been with Kurosawa all the way through, but there are characters that you want to see do better and go far. What if they're all thrown together? Ever since they were introduced with the twins, I knew exactly how that dynamic would go down, and it really hasn't disappointed. It's pretty much as, I think, hopefully, a lot of people would have expected. And just as entertaining. Then they are kind of pushing each other forward, and when it needs to be, saying the right things and being somewhat supportive, even with hint of frustration. But lots of small little lessons. We've had Suki with the whole... There's some blocks which he's not going to be able to get behind. His usual demeanour of, yeah, there's always going to be better people out there. But it's not a fact of, there's better people out there, so why bother? It's, there's better people out there, so why try to take it on yourself when you've got others you can rely on? In fact, he does his part there to make it better for the team overall. Very nice. And sometimes a little fear is good, as Nishinoya pointed out, although I don't think he's fully over it. If he needed encouragement from the outside to snap him out of the trance to get him to move on. So lots of little victories for so many other players, even if they are not the hero of the hour, having their spotlight, magazine covers and TV interviews thanks to their amazing plays. You know, as long as he can push forward his team, even from the outskirts and sidelines. They're already doing much more than they thought they could be possible. And if there's one thing that we can take away from all this, is that seeing people on, well, whatever field, whether it be a competitive sports scene or anything else, having this position, whether it's been through excessive training and experience or just pure luck, inbuilt talent, as long as you're out there doing what you love, even if it comes with severe disappointment with how certain matches end, but kind of like Nishinoya's granddad was saying, time you're not spent doing something to either better yourself or something that you enjoy is the time lost. Why be stuck in the what-ifs about what might happen, what might come to pass, if you're not entirely sure? But I also had a little thought. We had that guy come and inspire the twins, well, he's one of them, with what setters can do. Where are all the players that we are following at the minute? Where will they end up in even a few years' time? Who's going to continue with the love of the game, reach higher heights, obviously? Or there are going to be some that it's a passing thing. Once they're out of this school, might be the end. Well, this tournament might be the end. Well, why think about it now? There's a couple of episodes left. Really trying to stretch it out for as long as possible, which I do enjoy. So, being able to see this game having such focus, it kind of needs it. I hope you're enjoying. If that is the case, let me know down below. Consider liking the video. Maybe even subscribe so you don't miss out. If you've reached episode 21 and you haven't thought about it, well, at least you're watching. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest. Hopefully I'll see you there. If you have no fear about telling me exactly when and how I fuck up with no kind of repercussion, consider joining onto my Patreon, because each and every one of them helps support my channel, and therefore cannot actually be all too incorrect when telling me how to do better next time. So, I do need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Cardboard, Shiwan, Mats, Acne, Guado, Danny Sui, Lightwizard91, Kite, Diego Zenhausen, Tori Jane, SZ9870, Croyville, Maxwell, Mega42, The Hazel01, and everyone else. Because even with my many failings, I know you have my back.